Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Beth and I realize you probably just watched part 1 of the library haul, which was all about my daughter's books, but now it's time for part 2, which is all about me. But first, these words from our sponsor, which is still just me. Okay, like I said, this video is all about the books I picked up on the trip to the library earlier. However, when I was telling you about Elena's in the previous video, I forgot to include the movies she picked up. She got Strawberry Shortcake and the Berry Fest Princess, the movie, which is one of her favorite things. She loves Strawberry Shortcake, and Berry Fest Princess is just fun. She loves watching it. And then she likes the cartoon Garfield, so we decided to pick up Garfield the movie and see if she enjoys the movie as much as she likes the Netflix cartoon. We also went to the local movie rental place yesterday and picked up the Scooby-Doo and Dynamite Hour Disc 1. It's from the 70s and it's a lot of fun. She's already watched it. We really enjoyed it. And then I also picked up a movie for myself yesterday, and that is Admissions, which is a recent Tina Fey and Paul Rudd romantic comedy. And I'm going to talk to you guys more about those later, but I did want to kind of include the videos in the haul. So now that we've talked about that, let's move on to the real star of the show. And of course, the star of the show is the books. So I got 5 books. 3 are actually nonfiction and then 2 fiction, which is pretty phenomenal for me. That's not normally how it works out. But I'm going to start with the nonfiction in order of writing, publication. I'm not sure how to go because this first one is Sylvia Plath's journals. It starts when she's at Smith College in 1950 and it follows the next 12 years. So this is 1950 to 1962. Somebody, I don't remember which of you guys it was, but one of my friends on here was talking about Sylvia Plath a couple of days ago, and I remembered I kind of enjoyed the bell jar, but I really more enjoyed the way she writes. And when I checked out my library's section of Plath, the journals kind of stuck out to me. Not only is this a beautiful slipcover on there, it is something that is more personal between Sylvia Plath and writing. It's not just something that she wrote for publication. It is her journal. It's where ideas and kind of how she saw daily life is. So I'm really excited to get into this and see what I make of it. The next one was published in 2000, and it is Stephen King's On Writing, which is a memoir of his life as a writer. It's got essays and ideas and memories, and so it's basically just a memoir of his writing life. I have heard a lot of good stuff about this, and Adrian and Dalton over at Stripped Cover Lit talk about it like every third video. So I figured if it's something they love that much, I should probably give it a go, especially since I'm probably not going to be reading Emily Dickens anytime soon. Sorry, Adrian. But, you know, if it's something that they love that much, I'm either going to really love it or really want to pop them in the face. But either way, they will know that they are loved. And there you go. You got to keep them in their place. And the final nonfiction book I got was published in April of 2016, and that is Hope Unfolding, A Grace-Filled Truth for the Mama's Heart, which is by Becky Thompson of the blog Scissortail Silk. And this book, I didn't know much about it. It was on the list for my blogging for books site, where you can go on and request books and then do videos and blogs about them to review. And so I did not choose this. I had whittled it down to my top 3, and this was one of my top 3, and then I wound up not choosing it. But this is a biblically based kind of chat from mom to mom about how there's hope for your life and in being a mother, and, you know, don't get down or depressed, because a lot of the time you feel like you are alone, even if there are people all around you helping you with your child. It's just something that sits heavy on a mother's heart. And so I really thought that this might be something I need to read, and I picked it up. And then I decided if I like it and want to have a copy on my own, then of course I can request it in the next round of book requests from Blogging for Books if it is still available at that point. I don't know if you know this about me, but I've been living with my parents since I was pregnant with my daughter. I am a single mother in the truest sense of the word, and I've just been having a hard time finding a full-time position that I can be at and, thrive and be able to take care of my daughter. And there's a lot of guilt and a lot of worry involved in that. So I'm hoping that this book kind of helps me work through some of those issues. I know that's a lot to put on a book, but hey, it's a hopeful book for mamas. It's on the cover. It wants me to think it's going to do that. So I'm going to move on now to the 2 fiction books I got. The first one is by Gail Carriger, and it is a book I have seen talked about a lot on BookTube. A lot of people really enjoyed it, and the series it is a part of. That is Solace, an Alexia Terabati novel. This is the first in the Parasol Protectorate series by Gail Carriger, and I have heard a lot of great things about this. It is just kind of a fun social book with vampires and werewolves and parasols. Plus, I love the cover. Acacia Ives spoke really highly of this, as did several other booktubers whose ideas and thoughts I really, really trust. And so if they say it's great, then I'm at least going to give it a shot. I've been looking for it at the bookstore, and they always have books 2, 3, 4, and never book 1. So I saw it at the library. Actually, I begged the librarian to find it for me, and she said she loves that series, and she knew just where it was, and there she found it. And then the final book for my book haul was published literally in June of 2016. This is another where she had just unboxed it and put it out in the last couple of days. And I saw the spine first, and the title is Books of a Feather, a Bibliophile Mystery. This is by Kate Carlisle. And I've heard of the Bibliophile mystery books. They're a cozy mystery series. And I have not read any of them before, but I've been told that you do not have to read them in order, that these are fine to read as standalones as well. So I'm going to start with this one, and then if I enjoy it like I think I'm going to enjoy it, I can pick up the others when I feel like it. But this is about Brooklyn Wainwright, who is a San Francisco book restoration expert, and also apparently a sleuth. I don't know. We're going to find out what happens. But that cover is absolutely gorgeous. And it's all about a book restoration expert in a mystery. And I am so down for that. So that is all of the books that I picked up for me in this library haul. If you haven't watched the one where I talk about the books we got for Elena, I will link it here, there, and everywhere. And you should definitely go check it out because she's much more interesting than her mama is. Well, now it's time for me to throw on some pajamas and read a couple of Curious George books with my own curious little monkey. So I will talk to you guys again soon. And until next time, I hope you have a wonderful week. Happy reading. Bye.